Good day, GE with the word here. Over the past 48, 49 years, I have officiated and been involved in a good number of marriage ceremonies. Some were interesting events. I even married one couple on the top of Mount Mitchell on a very windy day with two park rangers as witnesses. Now, many of those marriages have lasted. Some have not, sadly. One couple separated after about 3 weeks. Others have lasted over 40 years. Some I just do not know about. Now, I've counseled couples on the human need for companionship, their relationship with God, their salvation, church attendance, and such, the institution of marriage by God and His blessings upon those married under His guidance, the union of husband and wife into one while remaining as unique individuals, the relationships, responsibilities, and the duties of the husband-wife roles, the future of life together as husband-wife concerning finances, children, and such, and many other things. Now, what disturbs me is the prevalence, the very, very high rate of separations and divorces in both Christian and non-Christian marriages. I've heard all the excuses. I don't love you anymore. I found someone who understands me. I need my freedom. I found someone who satisfies my needs. We just fight all the time. And it goes on and on and on. Now, one thing that I have tried to instill in most, if not all, of the couples that I've married is this. Now, I want you to listen because it's still valid for our marriages right now. And that's this. There is nothing that cannot be worked out if both parties want the will of God in their personal and marriage life. I want you to listen to Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for good to them that love God, to them who are the called according to His purpose. Listen, whatever's going on in your marriage, whatever has happened, whatever shall happen, God can work it out if both husband and wife want the will of God to be done in that marriage. If only one or neither, it usually spells disaster. Let's go back to Romans 8:28 and part of that verse. It says, all things work together for good to them that love God. That means that God can take any situation in our lives, our marriages, and bring forth something good from it. Now, that good may mean sorrowful repentance. It may mean stopping something bad or starting something good, or a maturing and deepening of the relationship and a refreshing of the union. And sometimes it might mean finding peace in a horrible situation. You see, my brethren, it is in difficulties that we grow and mature. Babies have to fall down to learn to walk. Teens have to endure rejection in order to find that right one. Adults have to face challenges in workplaces in order to survive. And marriages sometimes have to face hurts and pains in order to deepen and mature that which should have been present in the beginning. Love. Capital L, capital O, capital V, capital E. Love. When you were married, you possibly spoke the words, "Till death do us part," or probably said, "I do," in response to someone else saying them, maybe a preacher. Either way, you agreed to them. Now, those words meant something. You said them before God. Even if you said them before a JP, you said them before God. Marriage is God's institution. Till death do us part. My friends, my brethren, my acquaintances, my unknown listeners, consider those words in difficult times and let God work something better. Consider those words in good times and let God deepen your marriage. Consider those words if you are contemplating a lifelong relationship and let God be your guide in all things. God is sufficient before, during, and after difficult, even disastrous situations. May God bless and guide you this day and in those to come.